Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre market this morning, stock index futures are basically flat, a little bit into commodities and Bitcoin, but of course, we don't have any economic numbers coming out in the pre market on Tuesday morning. So far, it looks very quiet. What worked on Monday? Well, semiconductors were up over 2% on the day, while U.S. home builders were down a little over 2% on the day. That was the biggest loser on the day and still on a daily sell signal. Looking at the price of gold running up to the $4,000 level and stopping. We're trying to get to 4,062.50. That is our next target to the upside. For the GLD, we're looking for a move up to $367.19. That's our next target, and we should be able to hit that on Tuesday. Looking at the gold miners in New York and Toronto and the junior gold miners all moving higher on Monday. Then looking at the world of silver, silver moved up yesterday, getting pretty close to the $50 level. That's our next price target. And for the SLV, we're looking for a move up to 46.88. That is our next target. We seem to have stalled here at the 43.75 level. Looking at silver miners and junior silver miners, they were both up on Monday. Looking at the VIX or the fear index, no change in trend there. We're still stuck in the flypaper channel, and the pros have still not taken control of the major VIX ETFs. And I do sound like a broken record, but we will watch this every day. Then looking at the world of Bitcoin, we continue to move higher on Monday, breaking out above the $125,000 level. Our next price target is 131,250. And looking at some of the individual crypto stocks making new highs on Monday, we've got Galaxy, we've got Hive, we got Hut 8 all moving up nicely on Monday. What also worked, Mara finally broke out and joined the rest of the party. MicroStrategy was up on the day, stuck here at the $360 level. We are trying to break out above the September highs. So far, we've traded above it. We haven't broken away from those highs just yet. And of course, the MicroStrategy is playing a very weak hand from underneath the flypaper channel, trying to break out above it. Looking at the major index ETFs, starting off with the iShares for the TSX 60, after making a new high, we settled right down and ended the day just up 3 cents. So no major change there, but we did make a new all-time high. What worked? Synovus was the big winner, back on a daily buy signal, while Shopify made a new high on Monday. Looking at what didn't work, well, Constellation Software is still on a sell signal here, no change in trend there. On Monday, we did trade above the upper channel line, but we came right down and closed down over 3% on the day. And then there's Dollarama, was down 2.73%, making a new low for this move on Monday. Looking at the U.S. market, the Dow is down ever so slightly on Monday. What worked? Well, Salesforce is back on a buy signal as of Monday's close. What didn't work? Well, Verizon fell out of the tree on Monday, down over 5% on the day, followed by Sherwin-Williams, which was down 2.8% on the day, so still on a daily sell signal for Sherwin-Williams. Looking at the S&P 500, there's a new all-time closing high there. The big winner on both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ was Advanced Micro Devices, up over 23% on the day. So congratulations to anyone long that stock on Monday. And you can see it had a big reversal. It opened at the high of the day, closed at the low of the day, still closing higher, but that is a big reversal. It is trading up in the pre-market on Tuesday morning, last time I checked. Tesla still on a buy signal here, closing above the upper channel line once again after that big down move on Friday. So we had a reversal on Thursday. We had fall through to the downside on Friday, and then we came back on Monday. So we would still need to see a close below $426.61 on Tuesday to give us a sell signal for Tesla. What didn't work? AppLovin was the big loser on the day, down over 14%. Then looking at the NASDAQ 100, and again, the Advanced Micro Devices, Tesla, all big winners on the NASDAQ. And then we've got DoorDash moving up 3.88% on the day, making a new high. Then what didn't work? Well, CoStar was the big loser on the day, down over 4%, still on a daily sell signal, no change in trend there. Last up this morning, NVIDIA had a pullback yesterday of just 1.11%, so no major change there. Still closing at the upper channel line, but sliding back down below the 187.50 level. So still looking to see if we can hit 200, and of course we would need to have a close above last week's high to indicate the market wants to head up to the $200 level. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to have a fairly quiet open on Tuesday morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theyuptrend.com.